kidding. But it is a little over a week into 2022, so it's probably a good time to talk about 2022 goals. Hey guys, Shelby Smith, Gym and Eat Crickets. Today I'm going to share with you my goals for Gym and Eat Crickets and a few on the personal side for 2022. So I'm really not going to lie to you, this video did not come as easily to me as I hoped. I meant to actually have it finalized like closer to the beginning of the year, like figured I would be filming on January 2nd, January 3rd, maybe the 5th at the latest. And here we are on the 10th filming our 2022 goals video. And if you haven't already, make sure you go and check out, I think it'll be in this corner, my video from 2021 goals recap, so you can kind of see where we're going from there to the goals that I will share with you today. So go check that one out. I think it's this corner. Could be this corner, probably that corner. So rather than me sit here and try to explain to you again why I'm setting goals again this year in 2022, I was actually going to let the experts tell you. So Magic of Thinking Big is actually the first book that I'm reading in 2022. I started it at the end of 2021 because I had just finished the previous one that I was reading, and I picked up this one. Believe it or not, the chapter that I read this morning is chapter 12, and it's Use Goals to Help You Grow. Call it a sign. Anyways, there's 3 really short paragraphs in here and on the first page of the chapter that I think sums it up perfectly as to why I am setting goals again in 2022. A goal is an objective, a purpose. A goal is more than a dream, it's a dream being acted upon. A goal is more than a hazy, oh, I wish I could. A goal is a clear, this is what I'm working toward. Nothing happens, no forward steps are taken until a goal is established. Without goals, individuals just wander through life. They stumble along, never knowing where they're going, so they never get anywhere. Goals are as essential to success as air is to life. No one ever stumbles into success without a goal. No one ever lives without air. Get a clear fix on where you want to go. I think that says it way better than I could have in 3 paragraphs. So if you guys want to check out that book, it is David J. Schwartz, PhD, The Magic of Thinking Big. I'm almost done with it. It's pretty good. I recommend it. So while nailing down the specific goals that I actually want to lay out and track for this year seemed to be a little bit more difficult than I remember it being from 2020 going into 2021, I think one overarching theme and one feeling, one word that I want 2022 to encompass for me and my business is consistency. I think that staying consistent in the things that worked last year and working day by day, just moving the ball forward consistently, is going to be the key to growing the way that I would like it to in 2022. So this year's word is consistency. Without further ado, here are my 2022 goals. You might notice some of them look very, very similar to my 2021 goals. So goal number 1, I would like to double 2021's gross sales. Very similar, my 2021 goal was to double my 2020 sales. I'm keeping that kind of growth rate in 2022. It's going to be a tough one, but I think we can do it again. So goal number 2 is going to be double 2021 online orders. So if you saw my other video about my 2021 goal recap, you would see that this is one of the goals that I really fell short of. I really do think that we can see a lot of growth in the online store, so that's staying on there for another year. Goal number 3, again, just staying consistent from last year. I want to add another 100 new stores, so that would bring our total store count to near 200. If we can do more than that, awesome, but that is the goal again this year. Goal number 4 is to get monetized on YouTube, and the way that I'm going to attempt to do that is I'm going to be uploading a new video once a week, Tuesdays at noon, for all of 2022, and then I'm going to be going live at least once a week, or not at least once a week, at least once a month, up to once a week if I have time. The 5th goal is on the product development side. So this one is new. I would like to launch 4 new roasted cricket flavors this year. I would love to average, obviously, 1 new flavor per quarter. We'll see if I can make that happen. That seems a little bit ambitious with all of the things that need to go into bringing a new flavor to market and all of the paperwork that goes with it and things like that, but that is my 5th goal this year. Now you will notice that there is no speaking engagement goal this year. Last year I was getting back into the engagement circuit, the speaking circuit, if you will, and I felt like that was going to be a really big key to my growth in my marketing, and I felt like I needed to put a concerted effort into finding those speaking opportunities. So those have come a little bit easier already this year. I'm on the schedule for quite a few already, so don't feel like I necessarily need to set a goal around that to keep those coming in consistently, whereas last year I wasn't sure how easy it was going to be to get back out there and get speaking as things open back up. I will still be tracking them in my weekly spreadsheet just because I'm curious as to how many I do this year when I'm not putting a concerted effort forward on making it a clear goal of wanting to do 3 of those a month. So I will still be available for speaking, but there will be some parameters around it this year. And because I shared them last year, I am doing a few personal goals this year again. So the first one, again, consistent with last year, I'm looking at reading 10 read 10 pages of a book every single day. So like I said, Magic of Thinking Big is my first one, and I am well over 10 pages a day on that one. I have 1 chapter left, so I will finish that tomorrow at the very latest. Might do it today, we'll see what happens. And then the second one is, last year the goal was to deadlift 350 pounds again. This year it's just 20 minutes of movement 5 days per week, and at least 2 of those need to be cardio sessions, or 2 cardio sessions in addition to those 5 20-minute movement. And again, this goes along with the word that I spoke about earlier, and that was just consistency. I know I need to get more consistent with my cardio. My cardio right now is worse than it's ever been in my life, and I just need to consistently move and do strength and things like that. I feel better both mentally and physically when I am consistent in my training, but it doesn't need to be something tied to competition, which is generally what it's been tied to in the past. So those are my 2 personal, 1 reading, 1 movement based. So those are what I'm really striving for on the personal side this year. Quite possibly the most important thing about those goals, now that they are set, is that I am going to be working on and putting into place systems to make them happen. After all, a goal without a plan is just a wish. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that was my Monday motivation post, the very first Monday of the year, and it truly is the truth. So what worked for me last year was I had a spreadsheet that I did weekly check-ins of every single Friday morning. I migrated that spreadsheet over, made a copy of that spreadsheet for 2022 so that I can track all of those goals that we discussed earlier. So I can track my sales, I can track my online orders, my YouTube video uploads, number of stores I've added. I've already added 1 store, and then on the revenue side, I made more in the first 7 days of this January than I did all of the month of January in 2021. So we are already off to a really good start. I've done 1 weekly check-in already with that spreadsheet. So I will continue that this year, and then as I move forward, just figuring out what other systems will work to make everything more efficient so that I can achieve those goals and have a great 2022. Because at the end of the day, I want you to as well, crush 2022. I feel like it's going to be a great year. Looking forward to some big growth again. So now I turn it over to you. Do you have any goals that you would like to share that you are working towards in 2022? Doesn't have to be big, doesn't have to be business. It can be whatever you want. I don't know, something, anything. Anyways, if you do, drop them in the comments. I'm really curious to know. Thanks so much for watching. I really do appreciate that you are here on my channel and watching my content. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe below, drop a comment, all of the things. Thanks for being here.